Okay, I admit it, I talk about a lot of Kickstarters on my channel. As a matter of fact, I talk about one Kickstarter almost every week. And that is because I start scrolling through them and I get extremely excited. And I just want to share it with you and see if you want to back it for yourself. But today is a little bit special because I'm talking about a Kickstarter that I can personally promise you is going to be very well built, very well written. And that is because I've already read into a part of what the book is going to offer to us, to the readers, to the players of 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm of course talking about Banners of Honor. Hi there fellow roleplayers and game masters, my name is Mr. Trosk and this is your go-to YouTube channel for everything Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition related, including Kickstarters like the amazing Banners of Honor for 5th edition that I want to talk about. This one has quite a special place in my heart because I've been following this thing from the very beginning. I'm buddies with the creator, Kevin. Kevin, I love you, man. You're really talented and I just want to see this succeed so badly, not only because I like the guy, but also because I like the guy and I like his Kickstarter and I like what he's doing with the Banners of Honor because it's absolutely my type of Kickstarter, my type of book, my type of campaign. If you like what I do on my channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up and click that damn subscribe button. That helps a small YouTuber like myself out so much. Now, Banners of Honor for 5th edition is what they say a 5e adventure module set in a mythical world of chivalrous knights with rules for jousting, new decisions of destiny mechanic, and much more. And yes, there is much more. I have been following this thing from the beginning, and by that I mean I read into a bunch of the early stuff when they were just like creating the framework for it and everything. I started reading it. He asked me my opinion. I wrote some stuff down and he asked me my opinion again, and we went back and forth. We became buddies, and I absolutely love what they're going to put down, and I can absolutely promise you it's going to be amazing. As you can see, it is still 29 days to go at the moment of recording. And so they have just started this project and they're already almost funded. But there are a bunch of great stretch goals, so keep funding this thing if you like it. By the way, if you want to see an awesomely made Kickstarter trailer, you should just click the link in the description below and check the trailer. The trailer alone will probably get you hooked. So what is Banners of Honor? Now, you have to... I have to apologize because it's a lot. Banners of Honor, I'm going to try to put it in layman's terms because otherwise I will be sitting here for about an hour explaining to you what Banners of Honor is. Now, this is the way I interpreted everything that I read, so I might have a different vision than what the creators intended or whatever, but that doesn't matter because it's 5e, it's D&D, and everybody can do with everything what they want for their table. Kiral, or Kiral, like they say, I say Kiral, is a world that is torn apart. There are two people who have a claim to the throne. Well, they believe they have a claim to the throne, and it has quite literally split the world into two camps, so to speak. Now, this is the world building part, and although the world building is very good, and there is a lot of interesting places, and it is the stuff they're trying to bring to 5th edition that actually got me hooked on this and got me so excited for this product. And that is a bunch of stuff. They take the 5e rules and you can just play a 5e game in Kiral, but they add onto it. They add some really cool stuff on it. So it is basically what I call knights and sorcery type setting. So it has knights, it has sword and board type gameplay. It's very boots on the ground, and the stuff that I've read was written very well, but it was also there was also some really cool humor in there, and the artwork, by the way, is very cool. So let's just get into what they're trying to add. So as you can see, there's a free sample. You can just click it and download it because they have a bunch of cities. They have the city of Dambridge in there, which is a very interesting city built on a bridge, and it's worked out so immensely well. The artwork is there, the world building is there. It's just the layout. The damn layout of the book is so well done. I'm very excited about this one. So there's a few mechanics they're adding to 5e to make this feel like not only a knights and sorcery type world. I'm saying knights and sorcery, but it might be more knights than sorcery, but I see it as a knights and sorcery type thing. Not like high fantasy, but also not low fantasy, just really boots on the ground type stuff. Our brand new mechanic for 5e, Decisions of Destiny, plots a series of courses that certain NPCs' lives might take, depending on the choices of the characters interacting with them. Helping them when they need it most might just be the thing that sends them to an honorable path, creating a powerful ally in the future. What you're going for basically is they want to have a living and breathing world that changes, like the NPCs and the cities and the politics and everything changes according to what the players do. Now, hear me out. A lot of video games have stated they want to do that. A lot of RPG books have stated they want to do that. And there are a few people that do it in such a good, simplistic, but good way as Banners of Honor. They have a way of having this world. They implement a system that, like, for example, there's an NPC and there's different paths this NPC can go to. You get to know this NPC. Just for example, there's a baker, right? But this baker has like 3 paths or something, and they might end up as a villain, or they might end up as a king or a hero or an important figure. And according to the decisions of the players, they will meet this same baker. There is no baker. I'm just making this up, but it's just the idea. This same baker in different points in the story or different points in their campaign, and according to their decisions, the baker or whatever will have walked different paths of destiny, and they will end up somewhere else. And it truly works. It works. If you read it, it absolutely works. So I'm just scrolling through the artwork. There's also a rule set, just really quickly, about jousting. Banners of Honor 5e includes simple rules for jousting and grand tournaments to honor your lord and king, and to win riches and glory for yourself. Now, the cool thing is they have a bunch of different mounts for this, and I'm just going to scroll down and show you this artwork because it shows it. One guy has a horse, the other one has some sort of ram-type big creature that has horns, and every creature you choose can have its benefits or its flaws or both of, or there could be like different versions of one, like maybe there's like 5 different versions of a horse or whatever. Learn to joust from the backs of war horses, giant goats, lizards, boars, and more. Absolutely love it. Now, the thing that I think is the coolest is honor and loyalty. Honor and loyalty both play a major part in this campaign. Honor acts as a unique 7th stat throughout this adventure that can be improved or penalized by the game master for the actions of the character throughout adventure day. At what price will you sacrifice your honor, and what consequences may come of this down the road? Loyalty is measured by each of the factions, and it is a measure of how well you have served them and their goals throughout the adventure. So your players go through an adventure, they might just play in this world and not stick to like the adventure stuff the book has laid out, or they are doing it, but according to what they do, there's 2 major camps, right? There's different houses and everything, of course, but there's 2 major camps, and whatever your characters do is always going to, in some way, minor or major, is always going to benefit one and have negative effects on the other. So your honor, your loyalty score is going up right here, but it's a scale, so it's going down right here. If you do something for them, it goes up right here, and it goes down right here. So there's a lot of stuff you can do. You can, for example, stay neutral and just do a bit of this, a bit of this, bit of this, bit of this, bit of this. Or you can go completely berserk on one side and be completely, like your loyalty score for one faction could be so high that, and this is really exciting, you become a knight. The thing about this setting is that everybody, every class, whoever you are, a wizard, a rogue, a fighter, a paladin, I don't know, a freaking cook, you can become a knight, and that's so cool. There is this entire thing. Look, there's also dragons. Here be dragons, watch out. Look at the artwork. Just like this really has like this. I don't know. I don't know the word, but it has like this vagueness to it. Does that make sense? I mean that in a good way. It's yeah, just has like this. Man, I don't want to be there because I will probably die kind of feeling to it. Like this really, really Of course, the world itself has its stuff. Everybody can become a knight, whoever you are. And there is this entire code of chivalry. They have this code of chivalry. Like if two knights from opposing factions would meet, there are rules, guidelines, how they should fight, how they should murder one another, how they should interact if they choose not to fight, or whatever. There's this entire, they call it, like they say right here, they call it the chivalric code of Kiral. So yeah, 18 unique locations with their own adventures, 3 adventure hooks that each add something different to the story, brand new Decisions of Destiny game mechanic, really like that one, changes the game entirely, rules of using honor for 7 stats, chivalry code for a life as a knight, loyalty tracking system for each of the factions trying to take the throne, and dozens of unique monsters, magic items, and more. Now, this... like I've already said, it absolutely works. And normally when you play a campaign and you're the dungeon master, like you're playing in Faerun or your own setting or Midgard or wherever you're playing, you as a dungeon master have to kind of come up with stuff that changes in the world according to the actions of your players. But the Banners of Honor kind of holds your hand a little bit in that. They're like, if the players decide this, then this NPC will probably go and do that. If your players do that, then that village is going to have that situation going on. That's what they do in this book, and it really works for what I've read. It really does work. Look at this artwork. There a dungeon master screen. I have to scroll up a bit because I skipped this really important thing for some people, which it... Did I skip it? Where was it? Did I skip it or... I didn't skip it. It's somewhere below here. There should be... You probably already know what I'm... Ah, here they are. Stl Files. You can back this. And as an add-on, you can get the Stl Files. No, you can also get like a great deal for the PDF physical book, Dungeon Master screen, and Stl Files for, if I'm not mistaken, $90. $90, digital PDF, physical hardcover, updates and pledge manager, your name printed in the book, Banners of Honor, GM screen, and STL miniature package. So the miniatures are really cool. It's just an extra. You can get these as STL files, so you can print them in your 3D printer, or your friend's 3D printer, or your uncle's or your mom's 3D printer, because somebody you know is bound to have a 3D printer, because there is a 3D printer in every street. So it seems, I don't have one, but I don't need one. But I just think these miniatures look really, 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 really cool. It's just a cool extra. You can get these as an add-on. Look at this. Look at this. I am very old, but I can probably kick your ass. It's like the Queen of England with a sword, right? So yeah, a bunch of really cool miniatures. There's of course stretch goals. You get bunding, stretch goals, everything. I don't want to talk about that too much because it's not yet there. Because the main look at this. Oh my god, the main thing is that Kiral split up. 2 people think they belong to the throne. They all have their followers. They all have their things going on. There's a bunch of locations, all with their politics. There's adventure hooks. There are... normally, I should say this about the lore. Normally, the king is chosen by a woman, a neutral woman who chooses the king with a sword called the Kingseeker. But the Kingseeker sword has been destroyed, and the fragments of the Kingseeker sword are scattered all around of Kiral. So until the point that the Kingseeker sword is restored, there is no way of choosing a king the right way. So now everybody's saying, I want to be the king, and everybody starts fighting. And now this woman that you see in the cover, by the way, right there, is pissed off, basically. And I'm not going to say more about that, but there is a lot more about it to it. But I'm not going to say much more. Please support this Kickstarter if you're into this knight, sorcery, codes of honor type stuff. And if it's not for you, skip it. Click the link in the description below. Until next video, bye bye.